Welcome to my vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Today I'm going to be talking about Samson, the story of Samson in the Bible. A lot of people know about Samson from sermons on sermons on lust, self-control, obedience to parents. Most people hear about Delilah. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but let me call her D. So most people hear about D. As being this woman who is seductive and a Jezebel-like woman. So I'll probably do one on Jezebel so you know who she is. So I'm just gonna go run briefly through the story, what I remember of Samson, and then I'll encourage you to read it. And you can find the story in Judges chapters 13 to 16, I believe. Let me just check that. Yep, that's right. And I'll share with you 3 lessons I learned from the story. I'm gonna run through the story and go read it. So you don't tell me, oh Winnie, you missed this part. Well, you should go read it. That's the whole point. So it starts off with Samson's mother being on the field, on the farm, and she was farming, I guess, and an angel appears onto her and tells her, hey, you're barren and you don't bear children, but you're going to have a child. And he's going to deliver the children of Israel from the Philistines, because at that point the children of Israel were doing evil in the sight of God, and he put them, they were under the Philistines for 40 years. I think they were in bondage, like the Philistines were like their masters, so they were like slaves to the Philistines. But check and confirm, but I believe that was what was happening. I think that was probably in Judges chapter 13 verses 1. It says something. I'll not check. So she told her husband came to confirm and said, what else should we do? And then the angel was like, well, what I already told the woman is what you should, all the rules you should obey, sort of. And so they offered a sacrifice and all that. You can read that to God, because then they realized, oh, this was an angel of the Lord. Well, the child was born and grew, and God blessed him.
Okay, so I just got my Bible out just to keep me on check, so I don't just go say another story. And
the thing about Samson was he would see a woman who was not like an Israelite, who was a Philistine, and he told his parents that, hey, I've seen this woman, why can you just go get her for me to be my wife? And they were like, hey, are you serious? Like, you cannot find any woman among our people. You have to find a woman somewhere else. And he's like, yeah, she pleases me. So his parents were like, okay, fine. So they go get this woman for him. And he goes there. And then they do like the wedding rites or the marriage rites and stuff. And there was this incident about he had killed a lion. And he found honey. I call it honey, not honey. Honey in the carcasses of the lion, and he had there's a story, read it there. And so he had a riddle which he told the people. He told the wives people, the Philistines, like, hey, this riddle, if you can solve it, I'm going to give you this, that. So it was 7 days into the feast of the wedding, and they did not know the answers. So they had to kind of force his wife to entice them and get the answers for them. So they got the answer, and he was really angry about that. So he wanted to kill some Philistines to give them the things he said he was going to give them. They were really angry. So it led to a whole lot of wahala. Wahala means drama, or trouble. It led to a whole lot of wahala. So he ended up, burning their fields. I think I'm getting this wrong, but he ended up burning their fields and stuff like that. But he had come back later. So the bride's father thought he was so angry with the wife that he didn't want to marry her anymore. So he gave the wife to the best man at the wedding. Not a good idea. Well, Samson woke up one morning and said, hey, I'm married. Let me go and see my wife. And, whatever. And he goes there. The father's like, oh, I can't let you into the woman's chamber because I gave it to this person because I thought this, that. And Samson was so angry. And I don't know exactly. He did a lot of things to the Philistines. So I think this was where he went to catch foxes. The Bible says, I think, 300 foxes. I'll probably put the right thing on the screen. And he tied their tails together and set their tails on fire, made them run through the fields, of the Philistines. So they run through the fields of the Philistines, and what happened was they set their fields on fire. So the Philistines were really angry with Samson. And Samson, I think after that, they burned the woman and her father. And if you think of all the things that used to happen in these days, so they burned them, and Samson was really unhappy with that.
I have a feeling I'm mixing the story up, but we're still going to continue it because the whole point is to get you to read the story. And just I'm just kind of getting you there and giving you an idea of what you're about to read.
So the man, so Samson went to a rock. He went to live in a rock, and then the Philistines came about I think 3,000 of them came to catch him. And his people came and said, hey, Samson, come, we're about to bind you and give you to the Philistines. Like, we don't want any wahala. And he's like, well, as long as you're not going to kill me yourselves, it's cool. Just, give me to them. So they bundled him up and gave him to the Philistines. So when the Philistines were taking him, and he just loosed himself. And the Bible says, like, when he released himself, like, what was binding him, they were, like, burnt, I don't know, materials or something.
Yeah, I have to rush through. It's almost 10 minutes.
So he, removed it from himself, and he got a jawbone of an ass, I believe. And he used it to kill 1,000 men. I mean, I still cannot picture that. But then the Bible says the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he just killed 1,000 men. Well, after that, I'm just going to run through to where he met Delilah, D. So he met D and he loved D. And the Philistines knew that, he really liked this woman. So they told her, hey, if you can get him to tell us the source of his strength, we're going to give you 11 pieces of silver each or something, some money, betrayal. They're always betraying people with pieces of silver. Because I think Judas betrayed Jesus with some pieces of silver. I think they sold Joseph with some pieces of silver. Anyway, so, excuse me. Excuse me. So, Delilah would ask him every day. D would ask him every day. She's like, hey, what's the source of your strength? And he's like, well, if you bind me with ropes that have never been used before, my strength will go. And then in the night or something, she'll tie him with the ropes and then say, hey, Samson. And then she'll get the Philistines, the Philistines will be around, to pounce on him because his strength might have gone. And she'll say, Samson, the Philistines be upon you. And then you get up and he's like, he just kill them and stuff. And she's like, you lied to me, Me, I really don't understand that thing. Like, I don't understand how she'll be betraying him like that. And she's telling him that, oh, you lied to me. I don't know. And I don't know why he's stuck there. But I'm going to attach a video to this, which I learned a lot by John Hagee. And anyway, we'll talk about that when we get there. I'm talking about the lessons I have learned, but we'll get there later. So she did that to him 3 times, and then the 4th time the Bible says he was so tired of her wahala and her talking, so he just told her his heart. And guess what? She did it. She cut off his hair. He told her, if you cut off my hair, I've always been a Nazarite unto God. So my hair, razor has never touched my hair. So if they cut the shape of my hair, oh my God, leave me. And she made him lie on her lap, and she shaved his hair. Betrayal. I hate it. And she shaved his hair and said, hey, the Israelites be upon you. And the Bible says he got up and thought that he could, kill them like before. He did not know that the Spirit of God had left him. That is so sad. When I was younger and I heard the story of Samson, I was just always so sad. I'm still like, So he got up and they realized, his strength is gone. So they cut him. The Bible says they removed his eyes and they made him go working like a mill, pushing and grinding something. Well, as sad as that is, that is what happened. And his story kind of went in this way. He was there, but his hair began to grow. So I believe his strength was coming back. And the Israelites did a party to celebrate to their God. I think their God was Dagon or so. And they were like, well, we've defeated Samson and, he has killed so many of us, but here we are, we have defeated him, yay. And he was there and they called him out to make sports. I think sports is be joking, playing for them or something like that. And he was with someone who was guiding him, and he told the person, can you let my hand feel the the pillars? And then when that happened, he prayed and said, God, just give me this one chance to avenge the Philistines for my eyes, because they took my eyes off. And he pushed with all his strength. It's such a sad story. I'm getting sad as I'm saying it. He pushed with all his strength, and then the whole building came down. And the Bible says, I believe, I have read that he killed more people that day than he had ever killed during his time alive. He was a judge over Israel for 20 years. And that's how he died, and he was buried. A really sad story, but yeah, I need a moment. Well, the lessons I learned from this. One is God's word superimposes. I don't know
of your days on that. Let God teach you the number of your days that you might serve him always.